Hey guys, it's Fish, and I'm back with another episode of Banished. And in the last episode, it was a bit of a building one where we built these bridges across the river here, the main river, and this smaller side river here, to try and set up another gathering point for things like logs and for things like hunting, because the leather is something we're definitely going to need. We want to build up a bit of a stockpile of that kind of thing, because as I look here now, I don't see any leather at all. Now we do have a full complement of hide coats. I'm pretty sure it stops making them at 50. So now that she's made 50, or he, whoever is actually working in this place, they won't make any more until it drops below 50. What else? We put another storage barn over here. That way we can have the stuff from here go to this one, and the stuff from, the farms to go to this one here. The blacksmith will probably use this one over here as well, but either or, doesn't really matter. And that way we won't fill up the storage barn, because we're about 50%. If you're at 50%, you just want to be careful about it. Apart from that, not a whole lot more was happening. So we do want to expand up into this region eventually, but as we learned earlier in the game, if we grow too quickly, we die. So we're going to just take it nice and easy, nice and slow, and not push it too hard. So let's get on with it and see if we can keep this gravy train going. Oh, there's stone there. Did not even realize. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the iron as well. We've got a lot of labourers, so let's get another herbalist, and that should start. And you can see that we've already started to improve the health of our citizens. We're up to 4 hearts out of 5 instead of the 3.5 that we have been sitting at, although we are desperately short of logs. Very, very short of logs, to the point where I'm actually getting a little bit worried, because I'm not seeing a heck of a lot of firewood. I'm just wondering if we should have a storage point here as well. No, I'm gonna leave that. We are starting to collect a decent amount of stone and iron though, which is good. That'll keep our blacksmith ticking over. Blacksmith's almost at the maximum amount of stored tools. Does anyone live in the boarding house yet? No. Okay. I don't know that I understand how the boarding house works then, because the houses are full. Look at that. Stupidly full. So what does the boarding house do then? I might have to look that up before the next episode, just to try and figure out what the hell is going on with that. Why don't we harvest these trees here? They're pretty good trees. And we've got our orchard working pretty well. The crop fields are doing well. Wheat is doing good. Do people actually have wheat in their house? They do, so they're obviously turning it into bread. So I don't have to worry about that. And that's good. Less I need to worry about. Now we have builders just sitting there doing nothing, so what we will do is we'll just get them harvesting logs, because logs seem to be the thing that we're struggling with at the moment. No, we're short of hunters now. Let's get the hunters up. And I think I might put an extra forester on there, like so. Now eventually we will need to get things like physicians, teachers, stone cutters and miners, but that's something for another day. For now, we need to just worry about what we have in front of us, which is things like getting logs, because we are still desperately short of logs. How are we looking on the crop field? 66, 71, so they've evened out. Someone else has become old enough to work, so let's put 2 people onto forestry. Yes, it is a bit of a trek to get their stuff back to town, but we might make another stockpile right here. I was debating whether I should do that earlier, but you know, just a small one, just so that these guys don't have to go quite as far. Share the travel time a bit. And we're getting a lot of food, a lot of venison, things like that coming into this storage barn. Are we getting any... I'm still not seeing any hide. Which, it's strange, isn't it? Oh, leather's over there. There's no leather over here. So these two are now at maximum capacity for what I've said that they should store. But what I might do is I might set the that to 400. And I'm going to set that to 100. Or 50 up to 150. I wonder if I can just set that to 100. Yeah, there we go. 100. I'm happy with 100 clothes, because that'll keep you busy. Yeah, there we go. We got leather coming in, but now that that's going on, these are getting really full really fast too. A lot of food going on there. I suppose that's a good thing though, isn't it? Better to have too much than too little. Now, we're not building anything that requires logs at the moment, so I'm going to let my logs just work their way back up. Actually, do I need that much firewood? I'm thinking I might just take it back down to 300. So, yeah, that will keep that busy. Now, children. Most of these people are really old, so we're going to have a lot of people dying very soon. And that's not good. It's not good at all. I'm thinking I'm going to put some houses out this way. There we go. 3 houses. How's the log situation? Logs are still not good. And I think that's only because I need to build these houses. The forester's cabin, like I really... We need logs up the wazoo. So let's do that. Now, does that translate across? It does. That's good. These houses are getting all the logs that are around. What we might have to do is tell it to take more logs. Take those logs. Because I think we've cleared all the logs that I said that they can clear. Yeah, they are. So, new people in that house. A 12-year-old shacked up with a 32-year-old woman. A bit of a cougar there. But that is clearing out some of these houses. Now the only issue is, are we going to have enough food? At this stage we do. And you're better off stockpiling food, growing, and then seeing where your food situation's at once you've grown a little bit. Yes, our reserve of logs is low. But that's because we just built 3 houses. Once we've built a couple more, built it up a little bit more, I think it'll be less of a drama. So we've got, yep, they've shacked up together, and it looks like people who work over to the right here are trying to live in these houses, because we've got, what, a forester, a gatherer, a herbalist, and a forester and a hunter. So that's for less distance for them to have to travel. I think we're going to have to set up a mine soon. So let's quickly have a look at what that's going to take. I think it's going to take a lot, actually. What am I after? Here we go, mine. So, doesn't... That's just sort of... Okay. So what we might have to do is set it up right. We might have to set it up over this side, maybe. Yeah, something like that. And then we can connect that up with a road. It's not a huge distance, and having a mine nearby is actually pretty good. How are we going? We've got plenty of stone, Logs are still our problem. This is bizarre. I cannot keep up with the logs in this game. I just cannot. There's something about it. How are we going? 14. Is it the firewood? Because no, it's not, because they got plenty to go before they run out. Not quite as good on the potatoes this time. I think soon we're going to have to build ourselves a trading post as well. That's a quarry. Town services, maybe. No, there's a chapel. Roads, bridges. Trading post. So we'll start getting merchants coming in, and they'll sell us things like cows and chickens and all the things that we didn't start with. So once you've got everything, you can have not too many dramas. You know, you breed up more chickens and more cows and things like that. Yeah, we're still having trouble, but we've got a decent amount of firewood, so I think we might be at equilibrium on that one as well. Stored medicine, we're going okay, and the health of our citizens are at maximum now. And the citizens are happy as well because they're eating a variety of different foods. You know, there's fish, there's roots, there's mushrooms, there's wheat and potatoes, so there's plenty of different food sources. All these houses, I think we might be at the stage now where what does that take? So very few logs. Actually, that takes a lot. Provides more warmth than wooden houses, so that's really all. So stone house. It looks nicer, so we might move into that very, very shortly. But for now, we'll just stick with the wood until we have things like a quarry and that sort of stuff. That rained, it gets a little annoying, doesn't it? So the stored firewood is good. Hopefully that means some logs are going to start coming in. And I think that does. Because if I'm going to want to build this quarry, oh, sorry, the mine, I need 48 logs. Oh yeah. Let's just build it now. I'm going to do it. I don't care. I don't even care anymore. Let's do that. Yeah, nice. But what I'll also do is I will get the labourers to get rid of all this stone around here. Because we don't need stone. Well, not around here anyway. Alright, cool. Let's build a road. So this will allow us, the fact that we've got 2 roads now, that's going to allow us the ability to have a bit more access around the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and I think that's where the mine starts. No, that is not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted at all. So I am going to remove that. Does that even remove roads? Ah, remove roads. There we go. Because I got a bit of a thing about my roads being all nice and neat. There we go. Okay. So almost finished there. Still got plenty of logs. Not much stored firewood though, so we must have taken a lot of the logs to build this. And I am going to put 1 person in there to collect iron. And we might even be able to make a second mine that collects coal from the other side, and that way you can get things like steel. And what was the other thing I wanted? I wanted a quarry as well, so maybe I'm thinking a quarry on the other side. That way this... a quarry is ginormous though, as you can see. And it takes 80 logs. So I think I'm going to wait on that one. But we're going to call it there. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. And thank you very much for joining me. If you did enjoy that episode, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. Down below you'll find the subscribe button. If you subscribe, you'll get Fish Gaming videos in your YouTube mailbox every single day. Alright guys, I've been Fish. This has been Banished, and I'll catch you next time.